Alright, Toy Car Demolition Derby World Cup Tournament presented by the Car Demolition League. Entering day 2 of the first round. We saw 8 teams move on, 8 get eliminated in day 1's competitions. Same thing's going to happen today. And for those of you that might have gotten angry, Facebook, Car Demolition League. Step up, become an owner, perhaps. Take a look into it. And because there's so much that goes beyond the World Cup. This is something that we do every 3 years. So, yeah, FIFA, eat your heart out on that one, too. We do it every 3 years. Who needs 4? Anyway. But nonetheless, all these countries going at it, if you're interested, it is on Facebook. Well, the league is on Facebook, Car Demolition League on Facebook, so go on ahead, like us or whatnot. But that being said, we are getting ready for day 2 action. These games are re-recorded. I gotta get the coffee in, you know what I'm saying? You can't live without it. But nonetheless, day 2 and round 1 about to begin. That being said, these games all have been re-recorded because you can tell I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Record games on high quality, which apparently takes like 3 years to upload onto YouTube. And I don't feel like waiting that long, so nonetheless, we are gonna go on ahead and move on with day 2 of the tournament. I don't feel like waiting that long on a YouTube upload, at least. Other things okay, but without knocking anything over. Anyways, let's go on ahead and look at the games. Just cut right into it. Like I said, a little music, a little fancy. Nothing fancy here because of what I did. But nonetheless, some re-recordings with my commentary, I guess, just laced over the top of it or whatnot. Enjoy day 2 of the World Cup Demolition Derby. First 2 cars about to come out here. And it definitely looks like blue 512, and I want to say that silver jet there. But nonetheless, they're about to go at it. First collision of the game, as the video seems to just want to skip today. I mean, what the hell is going on? You need a stronger signal from the HDMI or something? I mean, I don't know. Trying for you folks. As I talked more in the video, both these cars pretty talented. Blue 512, I think, be favored here. And as he goes out of here. Game underway, and both cars off screen is either down. We are about to find out. Nope. Both survived. Going at it again here. Both cars yet again still up. Another collision underway. That one a clean flip for Blue 512. Setting them down within a few collisions. And here comes Mr. Freeze. He is a free agent and high expectations for him to be a good defensive player. He flies off screen though. Blue 512 is up. And looks like Mr. Freeze hangs on for now. Could have been an interference too. Keep that in mind. As both these cars continue to go at it here. Good matchup, but whoa! Blue 512 is down, but is there interference? Yes, there is. Mr. Freeze with the collided into something off screen there, thus going at it again. And Mr. Freeze has tied this game. That one was a clean flip, no question about it. And I believe that is Mach 5-2 of the San Francisco Shinobis. If it's not him, it's Mach 5-1 or Mach 5-3. There's 3 of them in the Car Demolition League. 2 actually down, I believe, D-League now. But nonetheless, Mr. Freeze setting them down rather quickly. 10-5, Namibia taking the lead. But now Vendetta is out there for Brunei, and this could pose a very great challenge for Namibia here. Definitely Vendetta of the Boston Vandals earned his spot in that All-Star squad of the Eastern Conference when we did the All-Star game. And just like that, Mr. Freeze, the free agent, down. I wonder how high he'll go in the draft. We don't know quite yet. And I believe that is Monkey out there. It's either monkey or monkey ball. I wish I could get a better look at that front end, really. It looks like monkey there from the Miami Mafia. If not, it's monkey ball from the Chicago Wind Attack. It's one of the two. But nonetheless, he's a hell of a player. And if it's monkey ball, man, him and Vendetta used to be teammates, but nonetheless, monkey ball or monkey, whichever that one was, is down, and Brunei in the lead and now has to face red Spectite. Or no, black 308. My mistake. Black 308 of, actually, I think he got cut from the Milwaukee Mob. He got sent down to the D League, actually, for this past season. Played on the Baltimore Colts of the Development League. Yeah, I know we copied an old NFL name, but you know what? They wanted to move to Indy. To hell with it. And, ooh, some damage there done to Vendetta, it would appear. And I'm supposing here that Brunei is actually going about taking a time out. And Vendetta had problems with his wheels pretty much most of the 2014 season, being taped together. Been a very, very tough year for him in that regard as far as facing injuries and constantly coming back from that. Hell of a competitor, though. I mean, so much so that one game when his wheel was barely hanging on, I had to make a jersey after it. It's custom made. Should get a picture of that for you guys. It was actually pretty cool. You know, it shows what you can do with a white t-shirt and a green marker, but nonetheless. This timeout continuing here, which means probably the longer the timeout, kind of the worse the damage is and the more repair that has to be done. So, but, oh, good news. Looks like got those front wheels off, but now I gotta get them back on there. It's a brand new sock. 1 week it will have holes in it, people. Have to just make that fashion statement. And not quite sure if that's the end of the video. My foot usually doesn't stay still that long. Holy goddamn, I had concentration. Alright, looks like we got the wheels back on there for this timeout. And I think I'm just teaching y'all how to do this. I mean, it's a rather simple thing, taping up a car. But that's where the problem comes in, is that tape wears down on that front end where the collisions are made, and in the CDL it is only legal to collide with the front end. You cannot use the rear end of your vehicle. So any aspiring owners, something to learn, that you want to get aerodynamic cars for offense. And the tricky one is finding good defensive cars, but there you got a good example right there in Vendetta to take a look at without a single shadow of a doubt. I think the only missing thing for Boston is just trying to build a team around him, like a supporting cast. And another question is, if the rule change comes in to change the way the scoring is done, it might take the defensive aspect away from the game a little bit, actually. Because as of right now, they just go until they're flipped. And the new rule book would have them basically doing 5 collision sets. And whoever could win the 5 collision set would move on to the next one. So actually it would make the game longer because it would be done under 4 quarters of play. It takes out the 5-point gainer thing. That's what you're seeing right now, the 5-point gainer out there in Black 308. It's trying to force overtime, and that one looks like it definitely was an interference. Good momentum there by Black 308 going into my knee there. Sit cross-legged, you know, Indian style for these games. And the two go at it again, and no flip there. So good matchup, it would appear, in the early going. But Black 308 is taken down, and Brunei is moving on to the second round, and that is huge for them. That means they also automatically qualify for the 2017 World Cup Demolition Derby, because the World Cup is something that I do every 3 years. It's not like FIFA where it's every 4 years, but I do it every 3 years, and as of now, rule change pending, we could get to a point, could possibly get to a point to where it will actually be a thing of, how you say it, to where we're going to allow all countries, because as of right now we're only allowing like self-governing countries, whereas in FIFA, Scotland can compete against England. And our World Cup, both sides are united, as in the United Kingdom, you know, so, you know, they just recently had a vote on that, and, you know, UK won out, so, but it's the whole British Isles combined. But nonetheless, that does it for that game right there. So, we'll move on to the next one. So, Diablo 2, and whichever one he is, we could look it up, but I don't want to break away from the action and pause more than I have to, if you know what I'm saying. With two similar model cars, you know, very close to call there, but nonetheless. A little spill here given by myself that would be broken up anyway, so why the hell even bother? But nonetheless, Diablo 2 and Pumpkin King, and yeah, the defense just not there. Not as Spain would expect, but that's 5 points out of the way early. They'll try to fight back out of it. 5-0 Czech Republic. Out comes Monkey now. Monkey from Shane Geyser's Miami Mafia. Looking to make an impact in this game. Out there against Diablo 2 of the Minnesota Maniacs. Taking the Czech Republic side. They collide. First collision. Nothing to be had. And now both cars are down. 10-5. Czech Republic in the lead. So now Buzzsaw. Talk about needing the defense here. Czech Republic needs Buzzsaw's defense and the offensive capability of Blue Windy. Spain really needs it to step up here. The game is on the line for them. One more flip could win this for the Czech Republic. A tie won't do it, but a solid flip by Buzzsaw on Blue Windy could. They go head to head here. Both these cars come from playoff teams, both of them talented. And it's going to be Blue Indy getting the flip, and we are tied at 10. So now, bring 5-point gainers into the equation, but nonetheless, Hammer from the Tim Geysers, Hartford Homies is out there to take on Blue Windy. Here we go. First collision between the two, and Hammer is put on his side. Doesn't happen often, but he can't fall back over to get it back up. It's the first flip there, and it's a 15-10 lead for the Indianapolis, or my bad, for the Team Spain. It just happens to be an Indianapolis Reapers player that's out there. Now taking on Z28, who's trying to force overtime for the Czech Republic. Cannot do it. Or no, wait, no. Z28 was up. Okay, now he's down. Now he's down. It looked like he was down that first time. But nonetheless, he is down again. Could have been a bad flip that went up into my hand or something like that. But no, if it was a flip on that first time, let me tell you, it was so nice he did it twice. Good flip there and a good one for Spain. Blue Indy stepping up for that squad. 15-10 the final. They get the win over the Czech Republic, and they will be moving on to round 2. They qualify for 2017, and what does that mean for the Czech Republic? Is basically they have to go into qualifying, which is basically in this league is several different single elimination tournaments. And the top 2 from each tournament move on to the World Cup tournament. And they'll go into a tournament amongst themselves to decide the seeding and stuff like that. Everything's like kind of, negotiated and kind of, this is the thing with the CDL, everything's kind of earned in a way as far as victory and defeat and whatnot like that. So, Spain definitely earned their spot in 2017's World Cup. But that being said, time to move on to the next one here. Next one on our list, we got the third game of this second day of games. 24th ranked Tajikistan and the 41st ranked Swaziland. I couldn't tell you who I put my money on here, but because I might seem a little towards one side, but it just by the looks of it, I have to say, really, Swaziland, even though the higher rank went to Tajikistan, definitely gotta say, Swaziland, they made some smart draft picks as far as the worldwide draft. Well, I should say league-wide draft. But a hell of a matchup to start things off. Two cars that are really perfectly even. We got Custom Bet and Silver Bet that are going to be starting off for both sides. So, two cars that are, I guess you could say their game is offensive based, but it's offense that lies behind their weight and make an impact. And if they can get under you, they will take full advantage of it. In other words, get that front end under you to really cause you to get unstable and, you know, make a car flip, basically. So, that's kind of like what you'd be looking at here. So, but both these cars, their front end's about the same height. We could have a hell of a matchup here. When else can you see two vets crash like this? I don't know, unless you're watching the IROC. First collision, and then on the second collision, both cars down. Even matchup produces a 5-5 tie to start this game. And now it would appear it's Godzilla going to make his debut, and what a way to make a debut up against probably one of the best players in the development league. Definitely could be a pro, no doubt about it. It is Wilkes-Barre Scranton Bulls Indy 5 Junior out there to take on the free agent Godzilla. So, could be a big one here, and if anything, I have to say Indy 5 Junior there might want to prove something to Alex Johnson, and I think he proved something right there. First collision against Godzilla, first flip. Of course, that's a free agent, and now he has to take on 24 hours to score 10-5 in favor of Swaziland, and 24 hours staying up. He's going to really have to ride out the storm here. Is he up there? No, he is down. 24 hours is down, and this game is over. Indy 5 Junior, did we not say he was good? Well, I said he was good. There's no one else with my split personality. No, but Indy 5 Junior definitely did what he was supposed to do there without a shadow of a doubt. A dominant win for Swaziland. 15-5, the final score. And that's the thing. It's easy to predict these scores. 20-15, 15-10, 15-5, 15-0. Unless it's the regular season, then you can get a 15-15 tie. That's possible. New scoring system, it'll be all over the place. You could have a 13-12 score, yet you could have a 53-32 score. All over the place. Just depends on. Really, it brings out the aspects of the cars that are playing in the game. You know, so. Really might want to lean that way, but nonetheless, this game ends with the Swaziland win, and I'll get you on to the next one. And like I said, I guess I will test every one for audio, but I'm actually gonna stop the vid for now and come back with basically I'm gonna break this whole video into two videos, so. It's going to be, stay tuned, but for you guys, it'll be coming right up. So, next game on tap for you, Azerbaijan, coming into this tournament ranked 32nd in the world. Their opponent, Algeria, who's ranked 33rd. So the two that were in the middle of the rankings going head-to-head next on CDL Live's 2014 World Cup of Demolition Derby. Stay tuned. Azerbaijan and Algeria, as soon as I can get them all together there, and okay, one car goes flying off the screen, and that was Grasshopper gone flying, and looks like he is down. So 5-0, Algeria in the lead. Clown getting the flip in. Here comes Inferno from the Chicago Wind Attack out there for the Azerbaijan side, trying to even this thing up. Cannot do it. Looks like Clown there is on a roll here. 10-0 now. Algeria in the lead. But now here comes the defense of Black Bullet 1 of the New York Empire. And is that an interference there? It came very close, and yes, looks like it was. So both these cars go at it. Black Bullet 1, he's good defensively, but he's got to go through 3 cars now, or at least 2 to give his team a chance to just stay alive in the game. And so far, a good battle between him and Clown, and Clown is actually down there. So we got a 10-5 game. 686 now with the chance to win this thing. 15-5 would be the final if he could get that flip. And no, both cars still up close to interference there on the left side with Black Bullet 1 there as both cars keep going at it. And 686 is down. Tie game 10-10. Azerbaijan fighting their way back, and out comes Solar Reflex of the Portland Panthers. He's got some defensive skills of his own. We'll see if he can put them on display here. Black Bullet 1 certainly showing he's capable of playing some defense. He's lasted quite a while now. Quite a few collisions for him in this game. And they keep on colliding here. Didn't look like an interference there. Both cars still up. Continue to go at it. Good matchup between these two. 2 good cars right here. And Solar Reflex saving himself, staying up yet again, but not that time. Black Bullet 1 gives Azerbaijan the lead, 15-10. And now Black Bullet 1 going for the perfect 4-0 day. It's the best kind of day you can have as a car in the Car Demolition League, going 4-0, sweeping out a whole team. So, gives a whole new definition to the meaning. Is there an I in team? I don't know about I, but there's definitely a Black Bullet 1 in Azerbaijan's team right now. So definitely getting the job done here. As he and Formulator go at it. Formulator trying to force overtime. Not gonna happen. It's a perfect day for Black Bullet 1. And Azerbaijan on the comeback. Down 10-0. They win this thing. Thanks to Black Bullet 1 there. 15-10. The final. So, good win for Azerbaijan. Heck of a lot of fight there to make the comeback happen, and Black Bullet 1. Perfect 4-0 day for him. That being said, time to get on to the next game that's going to be coming up on tap. As that one just put us halfway through this whole Gespielen, if you will, if get the German lingo there, I guess. Start the second half of this whole not the tournament, but this day of games. It's going to be the 28th ranked team in the world, Guyana, going up against 37th ranked Russia. That one is next. So we'll go on ahead and get that one going for you. Okay, here we go. Elite making his debut out there against, it looks like ME25 right there. ME25, a pretty decent car. I think his team had a little bit higher expectations of him. So I think he got dropped down to the D League, but nonetheless, it's from the Cincinnati Tigers, but he's taking a lead down there, so 5-0. Guyana in the lead, but here comes Blue Dragon. Normally plays for the Buffalo Warriors, now out there representing Team Russia. And a good flip there. So ME25 goes down, and we got a tie game. 5-5 the score. Out comes Zapper for the Guyana side. Both these cars lining up. Eventually the collision will take place. They go at it, and Blue Dragon has the flip there. 10-5. Russia in the lead. Toy Soldier now out there for the Guyana side. Trying to tie things up here against the offensive Blue Dragon, but Toy Soldier, gotta beware, his defense is stellar. Toy Soldier of the Green Bay Dragons. Blue Dragon of the Buffalo Warriors. And both cars are going to be down. So, it brings the score to 10-5, or my bad, 15-10 rather. Sorry about that. 1975 out there for Guyana now trying to force overtime. Black Spinebuster out there for Team Russia trying to end this game and seal Russia's win in their advance to the second round. Black Spinebuster, so good defensively, but if there's any threat to a defensive car, it's a heavyweight car, and that's exactly what 1975 is. So now as they line up across from each other, they'll go at it here. A good hit, and on the first collision, the defense there prevails. Black Spinebuster getting the flip, and Russia is moving on to the second round, just like that. So, I know it's re-recorded. I know all the results before I give them to you because it is re-recorded, but nonetheless trying to make it as fun as I can for you. And a fun game there to watch, no doubt about it. 15-10, Russia gets the win by the final score there. And we'll head on to the next game here. We'll see Italy and Bahrain. Alright folks, the time has finally come for this matchup to begin. Free agent out there right now representing Italy, it is Jack O'Lantern. Now Brandon took the coaching job for this team, and that's one of the cars he donated. He actually has 2 cars that he donated on this team. But the task for Jack O'Lantern shouldn't be simple at all. Syracuse Scorpions WA17 out there on the field for Bahrain. So heavyweight versus defensive potential, but we'll see if it comes to fruition. No. WA17 takes them down right away, 5-0 Bahrain. And Bahrain now looking for that 10-0 lead, but 15 Turbo, another free agent. No field experience out there, but good offensive potential. And very close to an interference. This one, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be under review. As of right now, it stands as a good flip, 10-0 Bahrain. But we will be back. Alright, after reviewing the play, the call on the field stands. Good flip, 10-0 Bahrain. So 15 Turbo and Jack O'Lantern down right away. And the car that Italy has to rely on now is a car that's gotten it done in the past. 47 Ronin. Italy needs his defense here. And they've got a flip there. 47 Ronin, 1-0, takes down WA17. But here comes Whiteout of the Bradford Brawlers. Good offensive player. Can he get the flip here for the win? Only going to be one more flip for Italy to be done. Almost a flip in Italy's favor there. No interference. As these 2 cars keep going at it. 47 Ronin gets the flip on Whiteout. So, good performance by Italy now. 47 Ronin showing off his skills, and now he has to take on Hornet. Hornet, the same model as so many cars that have done very well in this league, like Wasp, like Dragonfly. So, can Hornet live up to the expectations and interference on the first collision? So, back to their own sides they go. But if you must know, both cars were up in that whole process. They'll go at it again. Hornet and 47 Ronin. It was a grazing shot. Both cars still up, switching sides now. Staying on opposite sides here. Now back to their own sides. No interference. Both cars still up, going at it. We got a 10-10 game that time. And interference, a little like bump off 47 Ronin, but again, both cars still up. Going to remain on their own sides. And that time, a bad roll hitting the hand on the way up. So that time, the flip is called back. We'll keep going at it here. And this time, both cars are going to be down, and we are going to see overtime in this game. 15-15 the score. Gold Dragster out there. He is representing the Rochester Tomahawks, but actually out there playing for Bahrain. Actually, no, he's my bad, Sacramento Sharks, who are going to be changing their name to Mexico City Jaguars next year. But nonetheless, he played for the Sacramento Sharks. He did start the season with the Rochester Tomahawks, but nonetheless, he takes on a free agent by the name of Brutalistic here now in overtime. The fight, it came up touching the hand. That is an interference. So for everyone in Bahrain that's like, we should have the same one. That is an interference coming off and hitting my hand like that. So you can sense when it's a bad roll, but nonetheless, here we go.
we are going into double overtime. Both cars are down and have to get back up again in the double OT. They'll switch sides here. And we have to go into triple overtime now. Both cars back on their own sides, and here we go. Triple overtime. And Brutalistic gets it done in triple OT. What a game. Has to be the best one that we've seen so far in this whole entire tournament. Goes into triple overtime, and Italy hangs on to get the win over Bahrain, 20-15. Italy moving on to the second round, but just by the skin of their teeth. A couple of calls that definitely helped them. One that hurt them earlier with that review that Bahrain was kept that 10-0 lead, but out came 47 Rowan, put on a good performance, and let me tell you, it almost was a situation of a, well, it wouldn't have been game over. It would have been 15-10 Bahrain, but that would have, I mean, you would have had Brutalistic having to go out there against Hornet. Who knows what would have happened, but nonetheless, the bad roll there. Italy coming out on top in the end, 20-15 the final in triple overtime. Coming up next, Somalia going to be taking on Thailand. Only on CDL Live, the 2014 World Cup of Toy Car Demolition Derby. Stay tuned.
All right, here we go. Time to get a look at the lineups here as we look at both sides. We got Team Thailand and Team Somalia. For Team Somalia, Orange Chevelle at the captain spot for them from the Nashville Nighthawks. At 5-point gainer there, you see Silver Swoop. Red Jaguar at the leadoff spot. I believe from the Seattle Lumberjacks, if I remember correct. And from the Guyana Outlaws, that is Ambulance 2 at the middleman spot. To the other side of the field here, Team Thailand, coming out first for them is El Rey from the Rochester Tomahawks. Going down the list to 76 from the Dayton Rebels, had a pretty decent season. R from the Chicago Wind Attack at the captain spot. And a 5-point gainer for them is Batman. Well, that's his name. He is Batman. Anyways, he's at the 5-point gainer spot, and I believe, if I remember correctly, Baltimore Colts will be the D League, just like Rochester is. So that being said, we're going to get ready for this game. Okay, here we go. El Rey out there, Red Jaguar out there. Game about to begin. First collision of the game is off, and Red Jaguar has the flip. So 5-0. Somalia in the lead. 76 now out there trying to tie things up for Thailand here. Red Jaguar. They're going to have a big game here, possibly, but nothing on the first collision between these two. And heavyweight 76 is the person I didn't know if is an interference on Red Jaguar there as he hit his own teammate. They would have both been down. They'll get back up, and this time Red Jaguar gives Somalia a 10-0 lead. And now it's up to R, and his defensive skills are pretty damn good. Did very well with the Chicago Wind Attack, taking them to the second round of the playoffs. Now Red Jaguar out there. What an impact this would make. He can go 3-0 here. Going to be tough to do, though. He is the underdog in this one-on-one matchup, and R was down off screen, but he apparently went down, and this game is over, and a huge game for Red Jaguar of those Seattle Lumberjacks. He gets the win for Team Somalia here in round 1, and a pretty big upset. 54th seeded team beating an 11th seeded team. And that being said, we are going to move on to our next game, our final game of day 2 here. It's going to be Kazakhstan, ranked 61st in the world coming to the tournament, taking on 4th-ranked Cambodia. So stay tuned. More CDL action to come. Well, one more game's worth, but stick around for it.
Alright, we're going to give you the lineups for this one here. Good matchup. Well, I expect it should be a good one. Most of the games have been good here. Last game of day 2 here in the first round of the 2014 World Cup of Demolition Derby. We've got Cambodia on the home side of the field. On the visitor side of the field, that is Kazakhstan right there. Starting things off for Kazakhstan. From the Little Rock Razors, a B-League squad right there, that is going to be 16 Angels. Followed by Silver Indy of the St. Louis Twisters at the captain spot. It's pretty well known in the Car Demolition League. From the Pittsburgh Destroyers, that is Paradox. Good defense in that car. And at 5-point gainer, you can't see him off screen, but it is Yellow FXX of the Green Bay Dragons. To the home side of the field, Cambodia here. Take a look at what they are going to be starting off with. And my God, it's really hard to see that, but that looks like Black Phantom right there, the Washington Patriots. Rowdy coming out second from the St. Louis Twisters. So yeah, we can see two teammates going at it. Definitely a possibility. Black Bullet won the Rookie of the Year in 2014 from the San Francisco Shinobis. And at 5-point gainer, you can't see him there, but it is not John Cena, but H24, a free agent. Been in the league for a couple of years. He's just trying to make himself known, if anything. But he's definitely on 5-point gainer for a reason. And I'd say that'd be because Cambodia definitely has no reason to believe that they can't get it done with their front three. There's an impressive heavyweight front three backed up with some defense at the captain spot by Black Bullet 1. So these teams about to go at it here in just a moment. Okay, Sweet 16 out there to take on Black Phantom, and the game about to begin here. So Black Phantom and Sweet 16. The little talk that I would do during the game. Of course, audio ain't working, but Black Phantom has the flip. So it'll score automatically now. 5-0 Cambodia, just like that. Out comes Silver Indy from the Kazakhstan side, trying to keep them in this game, trying to keep things close. First collision, nothing out of it. Nothing out of the second either. And on to the third one, still nothing. Good collisions, but definitely looks like the advantage going to Black Phantom right now. And that time, Black Phantom down, and Silver Indy has tied this game up, and the two teammates will be going at it. Both these cars from the St. Louis Twisters, but they're on opposite sides here in the World Cup. That's Rowdy coming out for Cambodia, Silver Indy out there for Kazakhstan. The score tied at 5. The two go at it, and Rowdy gets the flip. Takes down Silver Indy rather quickly. Read his teammate there just right. And now Paradox from the Pittsburgh Destroyers out there. It's a heavyweight up against defense. So heavyweight has been known to have the advantage in these battles, but don't count out the defense of Paradox. Does very well on Pittsburgh, and this time are both cars down. It looked like both of them are down. Rowdy's definitely down, and so is Paradox. So 15-10 Cambodia. Now it's up to Yellow FXX to face one of the best defensive cars in the league, Black Bullet 1. Black Bullet 1, the Rookie of the Year on the Cambodia side, looking to seal the deal here. Needs this flip for the win, and of course Yellow FXX trying to force overtime for H24 to be waiting for him. So both these cars facing off, getting ready to go. First collision's made and done over with quickly. How fast did that one happen? 15-10 the final score. Cambodia has the win, and they move on to round 2. Proven that they are the number 4 seed for most certainly a good reason. They are currently, at this point, if I remember correctly, the highest seeded team to move on so far. The only team that could
top them in that category. I believe that we haven't seen the number 2 seed play yet. So that would be number 2 seed was who was it? Tonga. We haven't seen Tonga play yet. So they'll still have their chance, and also Malaysia as well. We'll get to see them in days 3 and 4 of this competition. So hope you enjoyed the Card Demolition League's re-recordings, if you will. Hope you'll come back for more, because I'm going to be uploading these things like one day after another. And you'll probably get the next upload by tomorrow, or maybe even a couple of hours. Who knows? Whenever I damn well feel like it. You're at my mercy. Ha ha ha, I feel powerful. No, joking. Thanks for watching the Card Demolition League. Appreciative of every fan that we get. And for the 2 that we already have, thank you. And we'll see you next time here on CDL Live. Thanks for watching.